just coming into Cebu right now.
Looks like there's a storm coming.
We just can't get a freaking break. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, CLATTs. We are in Iloilo City. There's a chicken. Welcome to the Philippines. We're heading off to the big city of Cebu finally. We've been waiting to go there for a few weeks now. We're gonna go chill out there in that area. And we're about to head off on a ferry from Iloilo to Cebu again after a crazy 5-day disaster on a ferry the other day. But we're gonna document our journey to Cebu and do some traveling through Cebu. So let's kick it off. All right, so a crazy jeepney ride across Iloilo has brought us to the Iloilo ferry port terminal in San Pedro or something. It's been crazy. It's been super hard to film too because we have all our stuff in a jeepney and it's impossible to film it all. But we're going to try to begin the boarding process. We're about an hour late now. Hopefully we get there in time. Oh, start this process all over again. All right, so 820 pesos will get you this ticket on this ferry line. We're just waiting to board the ferry right now, and we have an overnight ferry all the way to Cebu. Ladies and gentlemen, our beautiful ship for the day, called the Caglion. This feels a little more official this time. Feels like a proper little ship. Thank you.
Straighter and an upster.
So what I was gonna say is if you've watched my videos in the past about cargo ships and you're thinking about doing a cargo ship journey, actually an easy way might be to come to the Philippines and just hop on a ferry, because this is essentially the taster of what a cargo ship is like. I guess in a different version because this is what the accommodation looks like. It's more like bunk beds or open air hostel. It works if you want to say you're on a cargo ship, because this is a cargo ship.
And the fire is slowly dying. And my dear, we're still goodbye.
We are officially heading out on our journey. Guys, we found some really nice places to chill. There's like a lounge here, as well as an upstairs area where you can hang out on the top deck. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are just coming into Cebu right now. It has been a really long time coming. I've wanted to visit this city for a while. It's morning time, we got a beautiful sunrise, and the city is right there behind us. Welcome to Cebu City, ladies and gentlemen. We're here and we're gonna leave immediately. We decided overnight that we're gonna go to Bohol instead. We're doing this because we're kind of crunched on time and we want to be back in Cebu for Christmas. We're just gonna hop on another ferry now to Bohol. We haven't, for the past week, gone more than 24 hours without being on a ferry.
All right, we were told here is where we can get tickets to Bohol, so let's see if we can do it.
Never mind, that is not where you buy tickets. That's where you go in when you have a ticket. Can I have one ticket to Tagbiliran?
820.
Yep.
Air condition.
Economy. So 425 pesos later, we have a ticket. It's a one-way ticket to Tagbiliran in Bohol. We got our tickets. We gotta go to that terminal and then head off to Tagbiliran.
This is definitely the most organized ferry terminal that we've been to so far.
I like this one a lot. Thank you, sir. This is the first of these ferries that we're doing. These are actually kind of like the fast ferries. It'll take about 2 hours to go there, but it's like a super narrow one. Alright, so this is our accommodation. It's just an open air, kind of economy class chairs at the top of the thing. It'll be a nice one. You can pay extra. I think it's 500 for the AC air conditioned one down below, but this is what we paid for. This is a nice one. So in a strange occurrence, everybody just kind of left the ferry. It was an announcement, but it was all in Filipino and we couldn't understand it, so I don't know what's going on. And so ferry got canceled somehow. I'm happy all this stuff happens so I can show you. This is ridiculous. I can't seem to get a break. So, we're sitting on the ferry. Apparently, there's signal number 1, which means the worst signal for a typhoon in Tagbiliran where we're going. So all ferries and all flights out of Cebu to Tagbiliran have been canceled for the day. Just like that, out of nowhere, and just turn around.
The sky has turned gray. Looks like there's a storm coming.
We just can't get a freaking break. So we've also been told to head back to the ticketing office, and I have a feeling it's about to be a horde of people that are gonna head in there. So guys, this is what's happening now. This is the Philippines right now. This is a forecast. There is another freaking typhoon. So essentially all our time just got completely wasted. They sold us tickets knowingly while there's a typhoon happening. So we essentially had to just wait in the line for like 30 minutes, get a refund. Oh, CLATT. We need to talk. So guys, I'm here in Cebu City. Clearly because of the ferry situation, was not able to leave to Bohol today. As well, you might be wondering, Jack's not with me anymore. This was the end of his road. He's continuing on his own adventure from this point on. And I am now looking for another travel partner, obviously somebody to continue the journey with me. I think we're gonna cut to tomorrow where I'm gonna try to get a visa to extend my stay here in the Philippines for another month because I freaking love it. And yeah, just positive vibes. It's gonna be good. It was kind of a crazy day today. It's been a few hours since the ferry ride. We'll figure it out. I'm sure we will. We always do. So let's cut to tomorrow. All right, welcome to the J Center Mall. This is the place in Cebu to go and extend your visa if you're a tourist here. It's a good thing to note. I'm gonna show you guys the process more or less because I can't obviously film in there. It's a government building. As well, there is an extra process to expedite this one. I can't talk about on camera, but just so you know, there is a way to do it. And yeah, we're just gonna head up into the mall, try to get that visa extended so I can stay in the Philippines for another extra month. So this is the tourist visa extension form. I gotta fill this out and then hand it over to the Bureau of Immigration. Alright, form has been filled out in full. I gotta go get it stamped now and then get another window down and then I can get it expressed. So very confusing start to the day. I'm actually leaving the Bureau of Immigration without a visa extension because that was ridiculous. I'll explain in a second. Oh, I'm back in the Airbnb. Also, Cecile's here.
Hey!
Cecile's back.
Yeah.
She's leaving the Philippines tomorrow, so we're getting some quality Tall and Cecile time in. But here's the deal, is that was just the most ridiculous series of events that just ever happened. You can do a kind of behind the scenes extension thing where you pay somebody a little extra money. I'm not recommending that you do this. I don't have all the valid information. I don't even know if I'm legally supposed to be talking about this, so I might not keep this in. But that's something you can do. The person from the Bureau of Immigration tried to charge me 6,000 pesos for extending my visa, which is only supposed to cost you 2,000 peso. And then on top of that, to do the expedited version, another 1,000 pesos. So I wouldn't have walked out of there with less than 7,000 pesos down for a visa extension, which is $139, which at this point is just cheaper for me to fly out of the Philippines and just do a visa run and come back in. So I hate bureaucracy. Not really, I understand the need for it, but it's kind of annoying that this happened. I'm still staying in the Philippines. You guys aren't getting rid of me yet. So Francois and I are leaving. Oh, I hope none of you guys are French. Cecile and I are heading out right now from the Airbnb, which I will give you guys a tour of later. We're gonna head off and go explore some of the history here in Cebu. There's apparently a fort and some historical areas here, like the first church or cathedral here in Cebu that we're gonna go explore and check out. And then we'll come back and give you guys a tour and wrap up this day. As you can tell, it's rainy and gloomy because there's a freaking typhoon coming again. So we're just getting prepared for that as well, because the next few days, including Christmas and all that, is gonna be kind of like hunkered down in the house because it's raining so much. Hopefully it all works out. So just a short 80 peso motorcycle ride down to here. We have Fort San Pedro. This is a fort that's sitting down here in the middle of Cebu. It's kind of not really in the middle, more towards the edge of the water, kind of where we came in with the ferry yesterday. The thing is, this part of Cebu is similar to Intramuros in Manila, has a very historical district. First one here, Fort San Pedro, so let's head in, give you guys the story, the information, and then we'll continue on. So interestingly enough, Fort San Pedro was actually built as a temporary structure to keep refuge for the Spanish expeditions who got encamped here in the beaches of Cebu. So that's actually the beginnings of this place, and it used to actually touch the edge of the water. The place was also constructed in 1565. So we're taking a walk on the old walls of the fort right now, and it is a pretty cool structure. It's really well preserved, and as well, in classic Spanish style, we actually have cannons, old preserved cannons, and these little huts that they have in every Spanish fort. Really interesting. At least the Spanish were consistent in their design. We talked about how this place was built as a first kind of initial wooden fort for the expedition that they led here when they got trapped here in Cebu. It was then in the 17th century later built on with stones like it is now to repel Muslim invaders, and especially in the south of the Philippines there were a lot, and so they built this whole defense against them. And finally, during the Philippine Revolution in the 19th century, this place was taken over by Filipinos and held till now in their control. Pretty amazing, fantastic place. Definitely a recommendation if you come on down to Cebu. Alright, your tour of Fort San Pedro is over. We're now gonna head off into the center-ish area of downtown to show you another historical landmark. So ladies and gentlemen, Fort San Pedro is back there. Just a short walk down there is where our next monument is. So here in the city center of Cebu, we have Magellan's, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but Magellan's cross. It's a Christian cross that was planted by the Spanish and Portuguese when they came here. I've been hearing that parts of it were a gift and some of it was ordered by a man named Ferdinand to be placed here. So I'm not 100% clear on the history of it. I wish I knew more, but it is placed right in the downtown in a little chapel. It's kind of closed off in a little room and you can go in. It's amazing artwork. And right in front you have the city hall, and right behind it is the Santo Nino kind of plaza. To be honest with you guys, I have no idea what I'm looking at the moment. Seems like sometimes it's a Christian or Catholic thing. Still respect it, it's really awesome. Looks like a really big gathering. There's people on either edges, kind of like in this outdoor arena. So this is kind of like an outdoor plaza, all part of the Basilica del Santo Nino. And now I think we're gonna head into like kind of the church proper, or the cathedral, or the basilica proper. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Structurally, this is the prettiest and most complex building I've seen in the Philippines, I think, architecturally. Absolutely gorgeous from the inside and out. This whole plaza, this whole basilica is amazing. So definitely a recommendation if you come to Cebu, the Basilica del Santo Nino. You gotta check this out. The only thing that I find super humorous, and it seems like Filipino style, it says, please observe silence on all the signs here, and it is the loudest basilica church I've ever been to in my life, and I've been to quite a few. There we go. Just on cue. Couldn't have been better than this. Oh god, that was awesome exploring Cebu's historical parts. I'm back in my Airbnb now, and I have worked out a little sponsorship deal as well with this Airbnb, and I'm very happy to show you guys because it's been one of the warmest Airbnbs I've been at in a very long time. Now, as you guys know, I usually film these hostel / Airbnb tours with somebody else holding the camera. Since that's not an option at the moment, I'm going to do it by myself. So we're going to do it in the voiceover solo CLATT voiceover. And here we go. So I checked in this Airbnb the other day, and I was greeted with a wonderful big bed that had towels and a toothbrush and soap. And this is where I've been staying for the last 2 days, as well as a blasting air conditioning system. And today I moved into the smaller room in this apartment. The bed's a little bit smaller, the room's a little bit smaller, still a blasting AC system. And this is a little look-see to the bathroom and shower situation, as well as the downstairs living room and where you can have dinner. This Airbnb is hosted by an awesome girl named May, and she does her all to make you really feel like a family member. The big draw to this place is that it comes with a free breakfast, so it's really good if you're backpacking. You got your Wi-Fi, you got a shower, you got soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, whatever you need. And it is in a freaking awesome area here in Cebu City. It's not too far away from the ferry port, it's pretty close to the Big Ayala Mall. And the fact that they just make you feel like you're at home is one of the best things, especially, you know, if you want that little bit of a family feel, a little warmth. I will leave down in the description a link to their Airbnb where you can book them, as well as a sign-up code where you can sign up with my account and get some free credit. And that'll be the end of today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, but yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow when we go to Kawasan Falls, which is gonna be freaking exciting. Your Filipino word of the day today is gonna be buko. Buko is a coconut, so there you go. I love you guys a long time, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, class.